Very, very important. Now, finally, with regard to creative selling, the creative method. And this method was developed by Earl Nightingale some years ago, and more salespeople have earned their way to high earnings in their professions with this method than any other method that I've ever seen. It's called the 20 idea method. If you will use this method every day for the next month and apply some of the ideas that you generate, you will double your income within the next 90 or 180 days. If you do not double your income by reading 30 minutes every morning and using this method on a regular basis, then it's not possible for you to double your income in this lifetime. How's that for a sweeping statement? What you do is you take your key problem, your most pressing goal, your most pressing question, and you write it first thing in the morning at the top of a piece of paper in the form of a question. For instance, here's some examples. How can I increase my ratio of closes to calls? In other words, how can I close more of the people that I call on? And there's a series of answers to that. How can I increase my sales effectiveness today? Or here's another one. How can I utilize my time better today? Or how can I structure my time so that I see more prospects every single day? You write it at the top in the form of a question. And then you sit down and you write out 20 answers to the question. You force yourself to sit there until you come up with 20 answers, one after another. Now, the first few answers will come easily. The second few answers will become more difficult. But take the logical answer and then take the opposite of the logical answer. One could be get up early in the morning and get going earlier. The other could be get up later in the morning and get going later. Write the opposite and see what it looks like. Another could be a synthesis of the two. Get up earlier in the morning and prepare, and maybe start a little bit later, but have every single call prepared for and by confirmed appointment. In other words, how much more successful do you think you're going to be if you're generating hundreds of ideas a year and you're implementing one new idea a day to increase your income and your effectiveness? I guarantee you that this idea will just blow you away. As a matter of fact, by the second or third day that you've been generating ideas like this, you will have so many ideas and so many new ways to develop more business, you will not have enough time in the day to do it. I promise you that you try it for 3 days, you will be staggered at the quality of the ideas that come out of your mind. You just will not believe it. You cannot believe that you wrote that down. It's such an excellent idea. And all you need is one good idea that's a little bit newer. Marshall McLuhan once said that all you need is an idea that's 10% new to make $1 million. That's all it has to be, is 10% new. It doesn't have to be a major breakthrough. All of the great money-making ideas of today are not brand new products or services. They are merely marginal improvements on existing products that open up whole brand new markets. Isn't that true? And if you use this idea and use this regularly and develop 20 ideas a day, you will be astonished. You will become one of the most creative salespeople, and by extension, one of the most highly paid salespeople in your profession. And once you develop this knack of creativity and analysis, there is nowhere that you can't go, and there's no product that you can't